morning, everyone. It's Thursday, time for Thoughtin' and Arty Fun. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back, because we do not know that you are here unless you do that. We like to know that you're here because we are a friendly bunch of folks.
We are.
We are indeed. P is all in purple today. Purple P. Gotta pop out my chat because we were a little. We were being entertained by Isabella, who is, I mean, just knocking it out of the park this week. Not only just with, you know, her genius mind, but her sweet, sweet soul and her ability to get along with people and listen to her parents and other, you know, adult authority people like teachers. Yay. Anyway, this is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together
we are PM Artist Studio.
I don't think that we did that last time.
I don't think we did.
I was just thinking about that. I don't know why it just hit me that we didn't do it last time, but you know. I probably wasn't paying attention to y'all in chat because I'm sure that you were telling me. And then, you know, some days, y'all. But we got some funny little stories for you here in just a second because Isabella, they had chickies delivered. They just showed up, according to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just showed up. Magically.
Out of the blue.
Out of the blue.
They were there.
And she fell in love with one and she named it Chicky Nugget. And we think that's hilarious. She said because it was brown, like a chicken nugget. There you go. There's some funny for y'all. Okay, so let's say hello to everybody. Whew. I'll tell you, it's been a very strange, good, weird week. It's felt like Friday to Brad and I for since Monday, which we don't really understand that.
Well, last Wednesday I thought it was Thursday.
Yeah, so, all right. We've got Acme. Hello. Art Curious by MNW. That's Miriam. Barbara Cabrera is here. Cheshire Cat. That's Dar. Cookie Wookie. That's Mo. Devin Rex for Art. That's Yolande. Eddie. Oh, hey, by the way, Devin. Yes, I got your package. I don't know if P has done anything with it or...
No, I haven't.
But we got the papers now. Now I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Because before I was like, I don't... Did I lose whatever she sent me?
I was going to share those today.
Okay, good. Okay. Eddie's here. Eddie, I got your package today, just moments ago.
Yeah.
In fact, that's why we were a little bit late, coming on, because we were oohing on and things, and I was like, oh, sugar biscuits. Elizabeth is here. Ellen Griffinshell, that's Rhonda. Isabel, Jeanette, a.k.a. Janet. Jennifer Scott. Joanne Weber. Hello, Joanne. Julie Parker is here just for crafts and giggles. Kathy Brooks. Art. Carrie Phillips. Ketra is here. Lee Nelson. Nielsen. It's Nielsen. Do I usually say Nelson? That's my poor little brain and my bad eyesight. I need to even, these glasses sort of work, but they're just things need to be looked at. Leslie Brandt. Linda Renz. Lydia, Marguerite, Mary Ellen, Michelle. Hello, we got a couple of Michelles. We got Michelle and Michelle. Michelle Wynn, Michelle Walls. Paula is here. Panka, Rennie, Ricky Nordmeyer, Robin, Rhonda. Our other Rhonda. That's so exciting. Rose Soto is here. Sandy Franklin. Sandy. I'm going to talk to you here in just a second. Sorry. Shannon. Star Traveler. Susan Billieu. Susanna. The Shelley Studio, that's Margot. Trish Kukin. Hello, Trish. I hope you and Evie are doing well. Veronda is here. All right, that is everybody that showed up in.
And Nina and Betty came in late.
Yep, I saw that. And Candy and Margie and Veronica. All right. Marcia Markle. Hello.
Barbara Cabrera, did you say?
I did say Barbara. Yeah. Okay. I think we got y'all all. See, she's wearing this purple shirt. And she said, this is the one. It's hard for me to get the color right over here, and it really is. I don't know why. The purple is very hard. And there, that's a little better. I think. There we go.
This is my new hat.
Yes, she's got a purple hat, and then she bought Izzy a pink one.
And I have a teal one, too.
It's very fancy.
But my shirt that went with my teal was dirty.
Mm-hmm.
And I washed it, but it didn't get dry.
All right, let's get some thoughting on.
Let's thought. All right, so And Mariah, you can jump in anytime you want to.
Good.
The 3 R's: reduce, recycle, and repurpose. I think you should have that embroidered or written or
Should be on a throw pillow,
on
an inspirational
a shirt.
frame.
You should make a little pin that says that. I think those are absolutely, that's the most important thing that you can do, because as artists,
Is that better?
we do pollute a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we really have to be very conscious of our carbon footprint in the scheme of things. What I always ask myself when I'm getting ready to do something and I'm looking around and going, well, I really need, some of that stuff that I saw what's her name had on. But then I say, okay, what do I have that I can use before going out and actually buying something? Well, I don't go out. I just go to Amazon.
Or request it
Or request it. And I've really, I'm just knocking back on that because...
I try to ignore her requests somewhat,
And
too.
I like that she's ignoring me, because sometimes I say that I want something and I haven't really thought it through. And when I do think it through, I probably have something that's...
Now, the one thing, I did buy her a little present the other day. Number one, I felt like... But this goes to that whole thing. This is a lot like kitchen devices that have one use. As much as I think some of those are so nifty, if you do not have more than one use, I cannot have you in my life, in my kitchen. Because there's other things.
Space is
like a buttload of Tupperware that probably needs some assessment as well. But anyway, I bought her some cool slicky paint stuff, but I also knew that Izzy would love it and it would keep her entertained. And they can kind of do things together, which I like buying things that you two can kind of play with together. That's why I thought like the hot glue gun thing that you got her was really fantastic, because she was making things for you. You guys get to hang out up here, and it's a cool way to art.
I think it is also, and even though I think that the puff paint really is kind of limited to ATCs, really, honestly. Or cards.
It's a finishing little thing.
It is the last ditch effort to make something work, and I like having that option, because the other thing that I can use is I can use the texture paste, but that sometimes is kind of a whip to get out and do, and it takes a long time to dry.
P is hamstered up. Yes, she is.
What?
Miriam has noticed all your hands and your hamsters.
Yes, I have them on my ears, on my neck, and on my head.
Hello, Liz. Hello. Let's see. Did I say hello to Kat?
This is Sandy Franklin's. I know you've all seen. I've worn it before, but I thought it looked really cool on my hat. Okay, so the other thing that you need to do, and I'm gonna have Mariah take a screenshot of my thing when I'm finished here.
When I need to post, because sorry, it's just my brain is all over the place. Susan's stuff came. I need to take a picture of that today.
I can't show it yet.
Oh, you can, but I wanted to post it in Makers too, because some people come, some people don't. But I wanted to make sure that she knew that we were going to follow procedure.
I sent her a message.
Okay, wonderful.
That said I did, and I loved every bit of it. I noticed that. Now Tina Svanberg is my other, my newest swap partner.
For which
She's
one?
for the, the bits and pieces.
Okay, scrap swap.
Yes, and then the other one is
a Barbara.
A Barbara Burton Mendoza, and she hasn't got a hold of me yet. Now, Barbara, I don't know if you watch or whatever, but you need to get me your address, unless you have ordered something and Mariah already has it.
Oh, well, I haven't really looked at that. Hi, Kitty.
Oh, great. The cat.
The cat.
Okay, so before buying something new, you need to look around and check out what you have. The other thing I think it's important to do is to learn about what it is. If it's a process, if it's a product, if it's something you're not familiar with, do a little research. because that research is going to save you a lot of time, money, and effort later on. Pays off big time, I think.
Yeah.
You just, I don't know, use your type in thing and that little thing across there and
Google it.
how can I adapt what I have learned to what I want to do? Okay? And then last, try it on. It's like going to the store. The reason I buy my t-shirts really big is because there's not a one size across the thing. Sometimes a 2X is too big. Sometimes it's too small. So here's what I just get a 3X and I know that's going to cover it. It might be a little bit big, but I'd rather it that way than,
being
like,
a little swimmy.
I don't like form-fitting clothes. They're hot. They're binding.
Feel judged.
And I feel judged. Yeah. All of those things.
Judged by my clothing.
When you try it on, the questions you want to ask yourself is, did it work? Why or why not? Do I need to replicate that, or do I need to go back to step number 1 and say, okay, what do I have in my immediate environment that might work? And just think about it.
Say the 3 R's again.
Reduce, recycle, repurpose. And think about it first. Last but not least, be prepared to modify your plan.
Oh, look at you just throwing that in there.
Doesn't that just make chills run up and down your spine? Now I want you to go top side so they can see my beautifully laid out.
These are becoming more and more, elaborate. I don't know if y'all noticed that or not. But I think that's cool because maybe someday this is a book in itself of, the Thursday Thoughts. It has been requested before.
And I wrote down, from an ancient Chinese fortune cookie.
I didn't eat it.
I just like to look at them. Izzy eats them. She thinks they're all good.
Yeah.
Okay. That's out of the way. All right. So, Yolande sent this. And this is to clear up the whole thing about... Oh, and look at these cute little stickers.
I know. I wasn't sure if those were for me or if
I think those are probably for art.
She didn't specify. Or maybe
Says,
she did.
Make your dreams come true. Let it bloom. Today is going to be the best day ever. We need to give that to Izzy because she'll come home someday and when she goes to bed at night, she said, this was the best day ever.
Or sometimes she's like, today is
this
terrible.
This is the worst day I ever had.
And like you're focusing in on the wrong thing.
It's kind of one or the other. There's no down the middle of the road.
No.
Okay, so I'm assuming this is onion skin. And I have some of that somewhere, and I forget to use it.
It's one of the ways we became friends with Darcy. We swapped her some stencils, and it was, in particular, Wonky Net.
And I have that back over here somewhere.
She's saving
And I
it.
did find my black tissue paper.
Okay, so this is the steak paper. This is
it's similar to the on the roll
stuff that we have, what we call like the black craft paper.
Really, really nice job of getting a shadow to
like an offset,
there.
yeah.
And I don't know what this is, but I want to know what this is.
That is the black tissue paper.
No, this is the black deli paper. Because it's got two.
It's slicky both sides, isn't it, kind of?
Well, it kind of is, but man, it looks like it's pretty substantial.
So we've never had anything like this.
No.
Where does this come from, Devin? And I'm watching the chat. I hate it when I ask questions and then I look away and it happens a lot and I apologize.
Yeah, and she sent me, I don't know, maybe this is the other piece of this.
Yeah, Wonky-O's. It's Wonky-O's.
Okay, now here, this one seems to have...
Well, those are all the same,
I
right?
think that they are.
Yes. All the
I'm just saying these are all the same.
Yeah. That black shiny is the black deli paper that Dee Dee sent her. Link in my video, but I can send it to you. Yes, please. If you would message it to me at this moment in time, that would be really awesome.
Well, I've never had any of this, but I can tell you right now, I do. I need
you would
some.
like to try that?
I think this would be something.
This might be the game changer.
because I'm very dissatisfied with all the black papers I presently have.
We've discussed that a few times.
The dead gum tissue paper is just like, I don't know. It's very infuriating. All right, now I'm going to keep all these together. Oh, that's a really...
Those are some of our new designs. Those are the cubes.
Yeah.
Cube
They
strippers.
look really great on with the gold and the...
And I found the ones that you're supposed to have.
Oh.
I think I cut some others for you, but then I don't know that to be true because we were kind of... Well, I was cleaning up one section of the office because I was trying to find something else. And then put some things away. Oh, Susan Gantz sent us more papers. So I have upped the inventory of Susan Gantz Arty papers. Y'all want, you know, fun Arty papers.
Tell you what, this is a little like pushing a rope up a river.
Rope up a river.
Okay. And here is my swap partner.
Okay, hold on.
This is just, Susan, I was just, look at this. An Amanita muscaria. We had those all over the place in Alaska.
There, that might be better. I turned on more light.
This is great paper to, and I will put that in with my stash over here because it doesn't have enough stuff on it that it's really going to throw you off, but it does just have a little bit of a pattern to it. So that, okay, well, this is how it looks when you open it up. Check this out down here. This is like, oh, yeah.
Hey, little bird. Hey, Mimi.
And a lovely little sari silk tie here. Look at these. Every one of them has something done to them. And then it says, one person's weed is another person's wildflower. It just depends on where they are.
There you go.
I love this. This is just so arts and crafts era. These.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now, this is kind of, it's very complex, the way it opens and shuts. Look at these death head moths. Yes. Salmon. Ooh. I don't know if you all know this or not, but I learned how to fly fish in my 60s when I moved to Alaska. I loved it. I hate the kind of fishing where you just throw it out there and sit there. I have to be doing something. And it was great because you would wear your waders into the stream. The water was so cold it almost made you pee yourself. And let me tell you what, you want to make sure you talk about, you don't want to drink a whole lot because getting hip or chest waders.
Just so you know that the wax paper, so it's Estoon deli paper sheets, wax paper sheets, oil-proof food basket liners. It also comes in pink, red, and yellow.
Oh my goodness.
But I'm just going to get you, 240 sheets. 12 by 12.
Oh.
Okay. Adding that to
wow.
cart.
Well, here's the letter. I won't read it to you, but look at it.
Isn't that beautiful?
Isn't it wonderful? It's just velvety. I don't know what it is. I love it so much. And I will put that back into the book. But that's private. You can't read that.
Yeah.
Okay. Tree. Look at this little edge here. It's just lovely. Then you flip this up. And look at this drawing.
Isn't that, that's so cool. So cool.
We are all stardust. Look at that. Ah. And it's I don't know what those are called, but they have a huge mouth and they only come out at night. Help me out. I know that Susan probably knows.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Huge mouth that only comes out at night.
And they're very, very much camouflaged on the tree. They're the same color as bark. But they eat moths and stuff. And here's a little tuck pocket here. Look at that echinacea. And into the forest I go to lose my mind and find my soul. And that is John Muir of the Muirwood Forest. Look at that little pocket.
Night Jay.
Yes.
Yes, Julie Parker. I think that the steak paper is another name for butcher paper, because the stuff that Yolande sent, and it's more that craft paper stuff, is like what we have on a roll. And I believe that that's what it was called, because it was like butcher steak paper, blah, blah, blah. We don't really love it. And it isn't like dark black, and it's very, it's got a lot of tooth to it. You know what it'd be great for? Is like color pencil work, pastels, things like that.
Yes. Shiny stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. I love how you've used molten Morocco with the tree and the blue and the orange. And it's the sweet perfume of the whispering pines. I miss that in Alaska. They don't have, like, pine trees. And look at that fox. Just wonderful.
I love the fox.
And a nautilus.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely patina there. And then down here is the little ATC with an infinity symbol of always. Isn't that just wonderful?
Mm-hmm. It's very well done, Susan.
I just love, love, love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of one. I love her little thingy she's got in the back. We need to do better. Ours is kind of boring.
Rude.
Well, it is. It's true. God, this is wonderful here.
It's very rude. My feelings are hurt.
And I'm keeping this in here.
Yeah, we're not putting that with the rest of them because it had a home. So
it has a home.
A home.
And this letter has a home here also.
Now we could take a picture of it and have a reproduction in our flip book.
Isn't it just... Oh, and I didn't mention see, here's the little washers, and then here's the fabric that goes through there. And there's a little tuck spot here in the, next to the,
I love the fact that she celebrated that, like, connection point.
Yeah.
It's very cool. Yeah.
Anyway, that just lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, Mariah, I'm handing this off to you for
I'm going to put it up.
photography.
Yes.
Oh, and then
yes,
look,
I
and
need
she
the
said
photo.
all these little golden...
I might do a little video. Like just a little, quiet one in the box, No sound. Oh, yeah, I looked at that. I was like, oh, God, don't let Izzy see those.
I know. I'm
They'll be everywhere.
They'll be everywhere. All right, very cool. I'm going to put that back in here.
I know, she sent us one of the fancy bags.
And back in the fancy bag.
I mean,
And then I'm
they're
going to
not
put
super fancy,
Yolande's
but-
stuff in the fancy bag. And when I get through here with Eddie's stuff, I'm going to put his stuff in the fancy bag. All right, look at this. He wrote some stuff down here.
Oh, and here.
Image transfer. I don't know what that says, Eddie.
Oh,
Oh, whoa. Where'd that come from?
from Eddie. It was in the bag, too. You grab certain things, and then I grabbed the other stuff.
Well, I really like this color of green a lot. I kind of need this. I've got it, but mine is transparent.
I'm going to show the rest of this stuff on Monday, because I think it's mine.
Oh.
But you can show
this
those.
stuff's mine?
I guess. I don't know. There weren't... No.
Anyway, the title of this is CAM. Okay. Look at this little abstract jewel here.
I hold it up into the technology.
I love contrasting colors. And who was it that said the child that they were painting with wanted to know what the opposite color was? And I thought that was an interesting thing.
That was Eddie, I think.
And with
his cousin is it Elijah? No,
Josiah.
Josiah. Look at us remembering things.
I thought it was a really neat name. This is wonderful, Eddie.
And those are his bursting buds.
Yeah, and you know what? I had that out, and I've got one back here that I'm going to overprint on with leaves.
Just and Eddie says it's for both of us, so.
Absolutely wonderful. What I really appreciate about these is areas where you have the matte flat.
Yeah.
And then you have the shiny. The contrast is what makes that work so beautifully.
Yeah, that's a cool print.
And of course I love, my God, this is wonderful. I love when you put pink and orange together.
Yeah, you got to do another, give it a wiggle. And this one's more, it's really interesting because when you turned it the one way, not back and forth, but you need to turn it up and down. And then the pink will hit.
You see more of the design in the pink
Just
because it has a different surface texture.
Yeah. Can you lay it flat and then do that? Thank you. Wonderful. See, now y'all can see it better. There you go. See, when you're putting it at any angle, the pink doesn't show up. But when you kind of lay it flat, pink shows up.
All right, pink
There you
shows up. I'm going to let you have this extra one.
Oh, well, thank you. Oh, he did write a little note.
Yeah. All right. May pull some of that stuff out at a later date, and I may just, use it on my own.
We love you too, Eddie.
Thank you for the lovely, lovely gifts and thoughts.
I will show more this coming Monday.
All right, I'm reporting back to you on the stick.
Stick update.
Stick update. And I have a new little addition to my toilet paper rolls.
She's really on a roll.
This is the tape that, I clean off my... But if you take one of the rolls apart...
I love you. You are a crafty woman.
I'm a crafty bitch, I know. I know
I
am.
love that she spends time up here, like, figuring out these new little... And I
But
can
look how you can get a lot in just one, because I was kind of thinking,
she's a
all
master.
that negative space in the middle of that roll, it's just taking up room.
Mm-hmm.
I need to figure something out.
Yep.
So you just take your toilet paper apart, your roll, and you just snip it, and then you retape it. And you can, well, hopefully, this is, for some reason, doesn't want to go back in there. There it goes.
There you go.
But then you have that little orifice inside there.
Stuff some more things. I mean, it's a whole project in a roll.
It is.
Maybe we should do okay, swap peoples. Becky?
Toilet paper swaps.
Whatever you can fit in the roll.
Whatever you can fit in the roll. All right, here we go. Stick project. All righty. So.
Now back to the stick.
We're back to the stick. I want you to look at that little rivet. Whatever you call those little things. Grommet. And look at that stick, and let me tell you what. Getting 3 strands of waxed thread, which is 3 ply. Each thing has 3
more
strands to it. So there are actually
9.
9 strands there. I had to have 3 so I could braid it. Mm-hmm. Because I thought it looked kind of puny with just one hanging there. And then when I had all 3 of them, they were all just kind of going hither and yon, and I didn't like that at all. But I want you to really appreciate that lovely kintsugi. Okay, you have to tell me, is it in the...
Yeah, but if you really want it to show up, you need to put something, solid behind it, not, your camouflagey. Well, very awesome background, but very camouflagey. Do you see it? Do you see this stick in the jungle? How about now?
Well,
she knows I ain't wrong.
I know she's not wrong. I'm just thinking about how to manage this.
There. Well done. Do you see the little gold, that was the the malleable acrylic paint that was then stuffed and molded into the broken out piece.
Right there.
And then once it had dried up enough, popped back out, she dipped both ends of the stick, added art glitter glue,
stuck it in there.
And stuck
now,
it
in the interim, when I would think about it, I would come in and I would burnish it. This little thing right here.
Oh.
Burnish it so that I got really nice.
Okay, Sherry.
Really nice. I'm trying to do this so that Mariah's going to burnish it out so that it really fit into that crevasse.
Uh-huh. Tools matter.
And same on this side.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a
exactly.
double wrap knot. This one on the other side here is a triple wrap knot.
Because it already went through the hole.
It went through the hole, and you can see it kind of has a bit of give and take here, but not a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
The wax kind of grabs it, and that's one of those really tiny little grommets.
Mm-hmm.
And there we go. No worries about losing my stick. I picked the blue because that's really the only color I had that wasn't like... I had purple, but see, it ended up right here in this purple spot. My brown was almost black. It was too dark.
I would have gone with that.
The green didn't match at all.
Mm-hmm.
So the blue, I felt, was my best choice.
All right.
And inside of this pouch, I want you to know it's already been being utilized. Inside of this pouch are all the things that we're going to talk about on Tweaky Tuesday. I'm just going to give you a little peek.
Sneaky peek. Ooh, there's some stuff in there.
There's some stuff in there that we're going to talk about and utilize some of the things that I'm going to use today, but in a different way. And see, look at that.
I am very impressed by that.
Stays put.
It's important.
All right. Very happy about that, Mariah.
It's a sneaky, tweaky, peeky. Well done, Mo.
In the
I'm not her over.
pouchy.
There we go. Got her
Pouchy,
back
pouchy.
there.
All right. What's next here? Let me see. I have to. Okay, I do want to talk about this because I know that Mariah's going to mention it. Papers put away here.
Oh, Sandy.
What?
That's very sweet, but you do some clever things too. We've seen it.
We've
posted
seen it. Well, sometimes the things that I come up with are things that are necessary. Now, I wanted to talk about this stencil, and I didn't get the one from Brad. Did you photograph it?
I did. Do you want that right now?
I don't think I really need it. I think I'm just going to talk about it because I'm not going to do that today.
Okay.
I'm going to do more of this
I've also gotten...
pointing on
Wonderful.
Tweaky Tuesday.
Wonderful.
But I just want to let you know I have not forgotten about this, and I have plans.
And there is a block out version that will be added if it hasn't already been added to the website.
Yes. And I've got some things to talk about and some different things to do here, even on the one that I think this one for the most part is finished. I love it a lot, but I want to come in and just do a bit of tweaking. And we're going to do that. And of course I've got this version also. And then this final ghost print version, which I think I've got
Hi, Jackie.
plans for that. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
this is all going to go back into, okay, this needs to go into
Tweaky. Sneaky.
pouch. Okay, so these are the pickups from my mixing for my flowers that I'm fixing to show you. I think I've already shown those.
Hey, and this kind of hits on the whole petal to the metal or metal to the petal.
Yeah, because these are some
shiny.
I know they are.
Look at us hitting the Maker's Creative Collab theme. What's that, you may ask? Oh, well, each and every month we put out a theme. People then, like Eddie, then put out collage prompts. Where do you find such things? The Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group. If you are not a part of that, that's why you don't know what's going on. You need to head on over there and you'll be in the know.
This is going to be another, I just really, you know, I could gel plate on this, but the reason I don't want to is I don't want to lose what Mariah already has on here. And so I think pointing is the way to go. Do we have this leaf in a stencil form?
No, but you could use the leaf off of Aloha.
I could.
See, I felt like that was like, because that's why I kind of brought all these things out in May, because I was like, oh, well, that goes kind of with this, and this kind of goes with this, and, you know.
Okay, so you want to hand me the ATCs?
Okay, let me tell you, putting this stuff in your pouchy pouch here that's already quite full. Oh, there's a little something or other down there. Okay, okay. Understood.
And see, isn't it wonderful the stick's attached because you don't.
I didn't have to go looking for the stick.
You didn't have to go fetching it.
Fetch your stick.
Okay, so this is going to be in the pointing business on Tuesday. I'm handing that. Don't put it in the pouch. It doesn't fit.
She tried to put it in the pouch.
Don't pouch it. I'm going to have to make a new pouch.
That's outside the pouch.
An oversized pouch.
Maybe you need a strap on the outside of the pouch so anything that's like bigger than the pouch can just kind of...
Yeah. I do.
Like a big, you know, what do we call it? Like, you know, the belly band, but we need a restraining band.
We need a thong.
A thong, a thong.
A thong. I'm sorry, I'm going to have a little snort here. I can tell it's starting up. Crud in the throat.
Yes.
And if I catch it in time, it doesn't turn into this massive chest thing. All right, well, get ready for the gnats.
Yes, we did. There is the little tiny, also, Candy, there is the little tiny one, the itty bitties. And we've got a new category called itty bitties.
Okay, just a minute. Mariah, don't you talk about that yet.
They were talking about it in chat.
Well, I've
Okay,
got
got
a whole thing here. All right, I'm not going to belabor this. I'm just going to say this is where I changed the back of the ATCs. Can you hand me the ATCs?
Yes.
And the one that you well, it's just one I picked for you, Brian.
It's not in this bunch.
And so I changed the color on these, and this is quinacridone burnt orange in the Sennelier. But it's such a strange color because sometimes it turns, it looks almost pinky. And I really love it so much. But that's how I did my edges. Mariah takes a marker and she goes around and spins.
Oh, you did do them
on each card. And I just noticed this one didn't get its treatment.
Some cards.
I don't know why.
I hope Brian's are all
done.
done.
I know what. I saved this so you could do your own because this is yours.
That is mine, and thank you. Okay.
But anyway,
Monday's filling up.
This was the print that I pulled from doing all this stuff. Isn't that wonderful? And I pulled this print using Titan Green Pale. And it was
Hey, Dawn.
a dry print.
Yeah, well, that's wonderful. It's kind of
isn't it?
a different sgraffito kind of way.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, you want to put that into the
I loved it. On one of Eddie's videos, he talked about, he's like, I think they call this, I think he said, I don't know if you said sgraffito or not, or if you said, they call it something different over at PM Artist Studio. He said he just called it scribbling. Fair enough. You ain't wrong.
But here's you know what happened on the back of the. And I think it's just I love the way these sound.
Oh, I love the clicky. And it's funny because, like, when I've done these videos in the past, like the little shorts in the box, and when I flick them out to, into a little pile, and it has that sound.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's just such a great little sound.
But she hasn't put the backs on there yet.
Cheers.
I guess, PM Artist Studio just needed a whole rebrand, including the ATC backs.
I think so.
Well, I need your suggestions on what that exactly means. I thought that just the information there being, what it is what it is.
Voila!
Oh, look at this, a presentation and everything. Size matters. It was so funny. We were reading a book and she's like, that is a different font. I don't know what that is. I said it's italicized. I can't read that. I'm like,
it used to crack me up.
Yeah.
The kids would say, I don't read cursive. And anytime you hook two letters together, that's cursive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, look what we have here. We have itty bitties of the biggies.
See?
So I got them all out here, and I did them all on one piece of paper so that you can see.
And she's stamped with black, so see, now you can't really see the... But you now see them stamped in black.
Yes.
But see, this is why I've been utilizing the gray oxide ink.
Oh, on the stamp.
On the stamps for the photographs. It works brilliantly.
Well, I just think it does, but here's what's brilliant here. So, I did this because we have small, medium, large. We have large and small, but we don't have a medium. So I'm asking the designers at PM Artist Studio if perhaps we could come up with a medium.
Of which particular one?
All of these. Because here's the thing.
Okay.
I think if you would sell these as a set, you would have these three.
The new little ones, we put them all just as a set because it felt like, it's like they're itty bitties. So they come as a set.
So this would be one set.
That is correct. But
Okay.
now the big ones, you can buy them individually or as a set. And then I think if we then created another
In
another product,
between these two.
they would probably be sold individually and as a set. But like the little ones are just a set.
Well, I would highly recommend purchasing these because I'm going to
I love that you matched them up and everything. That's really cute. I love the display.
Isn't it great?
It is.
That just kind of had them going all the way around.
It's cute. Well done.
And I wanted to leave it like that because I'm going to show you why this...
Oh, Devin says a mitty bitty.
Oh, that's... Yes.
Mitty bitties. Yeah,
that's what we need. Because one of the ways that you as an artist show depth in your artwork is the size. Now, there are other ways to do it. But you know that these flowers here are closest to you because those are the biggest. This is what I used to tell my children. First graders, they got it. If it's big, it's close to me. If it's little, it's far away. And, I think that's a concept that it just bears repeating. Mm-hmm. All right, so I want to save these out because we're actually going to do something. I'm going to show you the leaf, the progress of the leaf.
Yes, because you promised that Thursday was all about the leaves.
Well,
don't leave us behind.
I hope that we get to some of the leaves. We may have to leaf it for next time. I don't know. I wanted to do this because it was fresh on my mind, and I've got examples.
Yeah, I love it. Hey, and we've had some pretty fairly excited people here. They want some Mitty bitty. So yeah, I mean, I will talk to Brad. We can probably get that going. I can't imagine why we wouldn't.
All right. So, do you see why it really is important that you have those 3 gradations
Yeah.
of sizes? Because this is your large, this is your medium, this is your, pardon me, small.
Yeah.
And it just, I think it adds another whole level to whatever it is that you're designing. I happen to think this is a brilliant piece of work here, if I do say so myself.
Yes. Devin says, "Leave me alone. I'm bushed." This is plant humor. I knew she'd think that was pretty funny.
All right, so
Thank you, Devin.
remember we worked on this with the background here
Okay.
last time.
And you've come in with the blooms.
And then I came in
Or back in.
with the blooms and hit it again. And this particular color is a combination of, and I wanted it to be open. So it's Prussian blue
Oh.
and violet oxide
Very
mixed
nice.
together with a tiny little punch of blue, because I didn't think it was, and it still looks black, but it really is dark purple. But isn't that just wonderful? And it's hard to
Oh. Okay, Margie.
what?
She posted her envelope, so her Artsy Wednesday video showing the beginning of her envelope journal.
Okay, now I've got to keep some of these out because some of these are
Send
going
me that link. I will put you in the
to get
spotlight.
the treatment here. Look at this. Doesn't this just look like wallpaper in a
Fancy
fancy bathroom? But it's
yeah.
going to look even more so.
sushi restaurant.
Yeah, definitely.
They're
I
always
don't know that this needs white,
Well, not
because I
always.
probably would just get or cut off that
Yeah.
part. So I'm thinking not. This definitely doesn't need white. I think it's beautiful.
I think you need to leave that one alone. In fact,
I'm
I think I
going to-
said to leave it alone before, and you've already done some more to it. You really need to leave it alone.
You don't like the addition
I do
of
like
the
the purple,
Oh, I think it's
which
done.
you're playing with fire. That's all I gotta say.
I wasn't going to do anything with it. I think this is going to benefit from some white, and with our new little flowers. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This is just a roll off of what I had when I was doing the.
You know what would be fancy?
What?
Is if you instead of just plain white, if you made it like, or use one of the pearls. Pearly white. Make it pearly white.
But the problem is, it's not open. And if I add the open stuff to it, it messes with the pearlescence of it.
True that.
Now, I can try it. You know, perhaps in the past I was a little more...
Well, and I don't think that it has to be like bling bling. So even if it did lose some of it, I don't think that's a problem. I just think the fact that if it had a little open essence to it.
I'm willing to do that.
Okay.
I'm willing to do that. And here is just one that I messed around with. This is the color of the purple. And I kept this one out.
That's brown.
And this one...
You just did on Tuesday.
This is going to be... Yeah, I'm going to tweak these. These need to go in with my... I'm going to show you. Because I don't want you to think that I've just been blowing smoke.
About all this leaf business.
About all this leaf business.
And her jungle book. Or jungle pouch.
But I do not want to lose these. And this is another one. I'm going to put this one up here with the ones that I'm going to use white or pearlescent on. All right, so what did I do with it? Where is it? Oh, here it is.
Oh, Devin says that purple looks like a nice Payne's gray.
Kind of is, but it has that same vibe to it, because if you do roll it out, where's that one? Just have it out here. It does.
Yes. More so. Yeah. Good call.
And this is just some of my interesting,
Hi, Ludmelia.
that you can see that there's the, oh, it's alizarin. Alizarin, because I had alizarin, remember, in open.
And the
And
Prussian.
Prussian blue and open. So that was, yeah. And I did that so I'd remember. But that's the two colors I mixed together to get this.
Cool. And hello to all of y'all that have come in. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back.
I think this is, I'm going to try some things. I wanted to keep that so that I could go ahead and do that. All right, so this is going to be, I don't think I'm going to do anything with that right today. But here is, this is one that I want to try leafing over.
I remember that one.
Remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
And here are all the different sizes of leaves. I made a new, I like having them all together in one piece of paper because then I can pull it out and I don't have to keep finding all those little ones. But what's important to notice here, one point goes this way, one point goes this way.
Yes.
That, to me, I mean, I know it's not huge, but when you will see here in my, I did this in red so that it would really show up. And then I'm going to just go over this.
Oh, you did the back side.
And, yeah. This is the one that Mariah gave me, where she was stamping off the...
Hey, Betsy.
And so what I did is I used some of the, of my mix that I have going over here. And then I came back in and did a little of my washout in some of those areas.
Wonderful.
Okay.
All right, so now what's next? What are we doing here?
All right. I don't know. You know, we might have time to get back to some of this. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's just now you've got 1 hour and 8 minutes. So.
And I did, I just want to talk about this. I'm thinking about keeping this and incorporating this in my closure.
This right here is a barren skin. If you add, brayer skin. Why did I say barren?
A brayer skin.
I was thinking bare skin.
Well, mine's getting a skin on it. But it'll
be a while.
Suavecito. Smooth as a baby's butt. Yeah. But I'm just keeping this in here. All right, so I have to tell you this, and it will come as no surprise to most of you who've been watching any length of time here and my measuring.
Stories from measuring.
Stories of measuring. All right, so I did really well with that side, right? Okay. Come over here on this side, and I don't know what the hell happened here. But it... And I don't, you know, maybe they're not symmetrical. Maybe this side is different.
No, they're not symmetrical. I could tell you that by the looks of it.
Oh, pshaw. Well, by golly, you know me. I'm going to make that booger work.
Yeah, you are.
And that's not going to be a problem. But I didn't glue these down for 2 reasons. Because I'm not really sure that I'm in love with this. I think it still needs some more stuff on it.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, it's a whole, after doing laboring and flipping and flopping and knocking stuff off and whatnot with my great big one, you know, the disc one, it's a whole lot easier to make your papers than glue them on than it is to be flip-flopping this big mama and trying to get, you know, stuff on there.
Yeah.
I have a base coat.
Right.
So I don't have to worry about that. But anyway, I wanted to show you that and just kind of prep you. We might get to some of that today. I don't know. But I love having these pouches.
Oh, I know, Julie. I know.
See, look at that. I mean, you know, I can't shut yet. But I've got it all in there. And I don't have to wonder where it is and dig through piles.
So she's just going to, from now on, everything's going to have a pouch.
Everything is going to need a pouch. And I have about, you know.
All projects start with a pouch.
All projects start with a pouch.
Or a paper, or a toilet paper roll.
And you know, I've already been thinking about this, so you know, I like to kind of think ahead. Because at some point, we're going to have some rips and tears in these. But I think
it's for a different show.
Still going to be. It's like a boho thing. You just keep patching it up.
Oh yeah.
And the patches become part of the overall. And I mean, after a while, weighs 25 pounds, and you have to go to the gym.
People think it's really worth something because it weighs even more.
It's weighty.
It's weighty.
That's what Izzy, you know, things that weigh a lot. She said, oh, yeah.
I used to have these one business cards, and when I handed those out, people would be like, oh.
All right, so, and we may bring this back in today because this used to be a stencil.
Mo requested this back in the day. And it's no longer available as a stencil because it just, is one of those things that we didn't know how to size it to our current standards. And it didn't sell us a ton, but then that was also very early in our shop, so that could have been it as well. And then there's a funny story with Evie. If you know, you know. But water babies is a sweet little, thing to those of us that have been around, since kind of the beginning of all of this. So you'll know it, you'll recognize it, and it's got some funny stories behind it. But I thought it was really sweet. And Brad just did this on his own. He just put it on my desk, and I was like, "Oh!" And then it just
what I told him is,
water babies.
Here's the thing. I think that on some of these,
oh yes,
like here on this, just visualize this here.
Did you design water babies or did I? I think I did.
I think this was a combo. I told you what I really wanted because it was something for a specific project. I just remember. And I gave you kind of, I handed you a piece of paper.
Probably. And I said, that's not going to work.
That had some stuff on it.
That's probably true. This is a...
And then you made it into
True
this.
PM Artist Studio.
I said, I want those circles. I want those things
Water
in the
ripple.
watery
And I was like,
things.
yeah, do you understand how hard
And then
that
we
is?
used to have just the watery things.
Yes.
I still have those somewhere.
Mm-hmm. They were in
But they're not stamps because we weren't doing stamps then.
They were ATCs.
But anyhow, this is, I'm going to use this today. And then, oh my God. This,
Mo remembers. She knows even more than us. Like, P drew the water babies during the stream. And then I fixed them to make them into a stencil.
Who said that?
Mo.
God dang it. How does she know these things?
She knows things. She remembers things.
But I want you to look at that frog, if that isn't the cutest
Brad
thing.
designed the frog. Isn't he?
And it's like he said, if you put it down here, he almost fits perfectly
I know.
right over there on that.
I put him with the water babies. I was like, oh my God, it's so cute.
And then we have,
Scribble.
atoms.
Scribbles.
And
like, what did we call
here's
it?
the
I
thing.
can't remember what was agreed upon.
This is another one of those workhorses that you think, oh, well, eh. This is what can make or break one of your ATCs.
Mini scribble.
Mini circles. I mean, I don't know how much this costs, but I highly recommend.
$2.
There you go.
Well, that's after, the, discount and whatnot.
And this frog, I love this frog so much. I don't know that the frog's going to make a debut on this one because he's just really not in the...
I just think it would be hilarious. Like
I don't know yet. I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to.
There'll be the moment when you're like, this needs the little frog.
I need the frog.
Bring the frog.
I don't know that this is that moment, but it is available, and I do want to leave this out, and I am going to leave. I'm not going to use that. I know for sure. But the frog, I'm going to use that frog. I don't know. But anyhow. I need to put this in with my bag of... Hey, Mariah, on this turnaround here, and I think it's over on your side, there's a baggie with some stamps in it. Can you put that one in there?
Oh, yeah, this up here? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Por favor. Okay. Get my cable going across here because I might need that. What I do here when I'm getting ready to do these is I kind of try to put them in piles where I'm going to utilize similar colors.
Piles, pouches. Mm-hmm.
Now, that being said, before I get a whole bunch of stuff over here, I need to pull out my white. And...
What am I doing?
Toot,
oh,
toot,
yeah.
toot.
Toot, toot, toot.
I'm trying to remember where I put my...
What are you looking for?
Okay. Now, here's the dealio on these jobbers. They're pretty transparent.
Well, it depends. Some aren't. All I'm saying. about that. But I think that, yes, most of the whitey pearly, you know, iridescent-y ones there are.
But see, this isn't. This is really, but that's not the color. That's not what I want. I might squirt a little of this in with my white. With the open.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to, okay, I've got some options here. So this is blue in, you can see, this is yellowish, and this is going to the blue end of things. I'm thinking maybe stay with the pearly gold. This one says red, has a slight tint. Ooh, that might be good.
Yeah.
With our pink. And this one is violet. And I really, you know, I don't see a whole lot of difference between the violet and the red, except maybe the violet has, oh my, keep that violet out. I think it has a bit more red to it, for whatever reason. Okay. So we definitely know we want something along the lines of this on here. And I don't know, I'm just thinking that this could be like the centerpiece of this.
Yeah.
Maybe there. I don't know. Maybe there. Kind of overlap into that. Okay, this probably is going to involve both white and, pardon me, black.
Ooh, koi fish.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. To go with the whole, kind of flesh out our
Bye,
thematic
Shannon. Thanks for hanging.
with our Asian theme stuff going here. Okay, so that definitely is going to have white and black. What I'm thinking on this is to opacify the yellow and bring the yellow into these areas where there isn't any yellow.
Oh, pond set, people. Yeah, a whole pond set.
Oh, yeah. A pond, P-O-N-D.
Yeah, not pond set. That's a Filipino food.
Yeah, we like that.
We do.
We like that a lot. Okay, so that one is going to be yellow. And what I might do, since I don't think I'm going to have any more yellows, I don't know that we'll do yellow today. I might just do that off camera. I think this would benefit from some of the smaller white flowers here. And I'm almost thinking maybe go with this one because that's the same as this one. So that you're repeating the motif, just changing the scale or the size. So we need to find that one. That's always kind of a bit of a whip here. I believe that this is it. So I'm going to put that there. There. That goes there. And this definitely is going to need some white. And I think, you know, whichever one of these I want to choose, since I don't have anything on here already.
Yeah.
I can pick and choose and actually use maybe more than one. And on this one, white also. So that is what we've got. 3 different piles and 3 different color schemes going here. And I've got my test papers here that I can use. And I've got my brayer off paper. I've got these going here. I need to get my palette. Oh, and here, and this, I have to show you this. I don't know that you'll be able to see it, but this has a slight, I've already gone over it with a slight green, this green right here.
Bye, Miriam. Thanks for hanging.
And what I will do is I will pull this with just a plain, like Titan Pale or one of the white off whites. But yeah, that's one of the stamp offs. Okay. This is my tester piece.
Yes, Carrie's Flower Meadow set is a very nice set for flowers. The Flower Meadow. Flower Meadow.
Yes.
Meadow.
Yes, and it's a bit more stylized and has a completely different feel than...
It is more whimsical, kind of more, what am I trying to say? Like, it is stylized to that. They're almost kawaii, if y'all know what that means. I think a lot of y'all know what that means.
Look, fruit fly.
Yeah.
Okay.
They heard the bottle open.
We're going to try a little...
Who knew they had such great hearing?
A little of this interference. This is the pearl.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to use the titanium white open.
Oh, and Julie, you were looking for Carrie earlier, and I meant to say, he is on vacation right now. I don't know if somebody replied to you about that, but yeah, he's on vacation right now. So that's why he hasn't been in the stream. He's been watching the replays, though. Oh, and then Sandy, message me again, and I will be able to, I think, maybe help you, or I have some ideas for you. Just message me again, because I will forget, is all I'm saying.
What is she? What do you...
She's having some, she just needs some help with something.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't want her to think that I was ignoring her.
And did you get back to John David?
I did. I'm hoping to chat with him at some point.
All right. I don't know. This may, you know, when you mix an opaque with the shiny stuff, a lot of times what you're getting is not, at best it's going to be pearlized. It's not going to be like, whoa, shiny stuff.
I love Snapdragon, Susan. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now sometimes what I've been doing is just scraping off a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Putting it over to the side, because then when I come back in to re-ink my...
You have some.
Redo my plate.
Yeah.
And it's the same with my brayer. I don't... Because
You're not cleaning your brayer, you're
I'm
keeping
not
it on
cleaning
there.
my brayer. I am not cleaning off my... I'm saving a bit out.
You're using it more in a traditional, you know, like printing kind of style, where it's like you're using your brayer to ink things.
Okay, here we go. And the nice thing about using contrasting colors here is that you can see that it's inked up quite well.
Yes. Now, I will say, this one has a little, you don't get too bouncy with it, because it squishes sort of at the top if you give it too much of a wiggle. Well done.
All right, now I don't have my...
Is that what... It's the water babies. Okay.
I have to hand you this, Mariah. And can you please make sure that you put it face down so that it's getting soaked off. All right, so here we go. We're going to...
I don't know why she felt like that was important information for me to have, but okay. I feel like the trust is...
Go ahead and give it a little thing there. And, we're going to just...
He called it both things, which was smart for search purposes. Where's your little dish? Okay, it's in the dish.
Thank you, ma'am. this is doing two things here. It's getting the white, which is just on this side, to come into the other side. But look at that. Isn't that just an absolutely fabulous image there? And I just about messed that one up.
Oh, there you go, Candy. I was actually going to suggest that. I'm so happy that you said something. She said I would cut the bottom of the water part from the reeds so she could use it for more things.
Okay. There you go. It's a frog. There's another.
Okay, Leslie. We'll catch you later. And welcome to those of you that have come in. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. If you're watching on replay, that's totally fine. Say hello in the comments. Give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't. And it's equally important both in the live and replay. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Do all that YouTube-y business. If you want notifications, make sure you do that little drop down thing and ring the bell and do all that. And it hopefully will let you know sometimes. Or you could mask off the bottom of the reeds. Yes, but Carrie does that. Like, he uses little post-it notes to mask off things.
Okay, I'm getting kind of squishy.
Hi, Sheila.
On this one.
Is it staying?
Well, I smushed it too much, and I knew that when I did it. And I'm just going to,
Yeah.
I need my little, I don't know where my dish.
Well, your metal dish is in the thing, but I don't know where your
Where's my
bigger
other one I
one?
had that the other day?
I have no idea. Oh, here.
Yeah, can you facilitate that for me? I really meant to have this, you know, all figured out and whatnot, but obviously
It was not.
it was not. But this, I think, is working just absolutely exactly like I wanted it to. Breaking up the areas where there's a lot of, and even in these areas where, you know, it's kind of globby because of the, you can come in and just make them look like, oh yeah, that's the way I wanted it to be. Look at that. And even if you go over the top of, or, you know, kind of whatever, you know, your flowers that you already have there, I don't think it's a big deal. I think it just adds to the interest and the,
All right, I don't know where you want this. But
yeah, okay. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Okay, now what do we have here? All right, we've got that one. Let's use that one.
What P used to chop her foam? Oh, yeah. If you're cutting your foam stamps, an X-Acto knife, very sharp one. You know, be careful, be mindful. But yes, an X-Acto knife, because I was directly informed the other day not to use scissors. I was gonna go for the scissors. She said, nay, nay. Hey, Heather.
Cool looking?
Yes.
Yep.
And are you enjoying that sort of pearly white?
I think that this, I don't know that it's huge.
Right. I didn't, yeah, and we didn't expect it to be.
Didn't expect it to be.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think because we don't have a large contrast here, this isn't going to be like earth-shatteringly, but I think it just, number one, it's repeating that flower.
Oh, there you go. Acme.
And just adding another little layer to the whole.
Yeah, that's what Brad uses to actually, you know, cut the foam to, you know, the size of the sheets, because they come in really huge sheets. So, yeah, a really nice kitchen knife will work.
What do you think? Wonderful?
Yes. I love that.
All right. Now we're going to just add a few little of this different.
Here's the thing. If you got them a little closer to the ones you already did, that would give you that size that you're, you know, it would. She's not listening to me. If you turned it into a little bit of a, you know, cluster.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
And sometimes when you just, you know, do that little bitty ghosty looking thing,
Mm-hmm.
it's real cool. It's really cool too. I think that's done.
Yeah.
More is less.
Yeah.
Less is more. Okay, now, I don't know. I'm just thinking here.
Mm-hmm.
I've got my white going here.
Yeah. I think you need the leaf on this, personally. The small one. Not the tiny itty bitty, but the small leaf. I don't think the cherry blossoms fit.
I'm gonna put some cherry blossoms.
Glad we
on
talked
here.
about that. Just doing her own thing. Are you keeping to the squares?
No, more or less.
She had. I don't know about that, Julie. You're being very kind.
What?
She said that you had a vision. So I don't know about that. She's just doing whatever the hell she wants to do. And then, you know. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we've got a whole bunch of white paint left over here, which I really hate.
Well, just utilize some of your other stamps, like maybe a bigger
Wasting.
one, and then make a little print out of it.
Well, I think we're getting down to the
Okay.
point. Oh, I can just tell by the way that acted.
Yeah.
I need to do something here.
It was bubbling.
Or I'm not going to be able to utilize this as a...
Yeah.
All I'm doing is I'm just taking my wet stamp and coming in and hitting this because it's already started to dry. And when I put it down, I give it a bit of a wiggle.
So she's sucking things up.
I'm sucking things up as well as, you know, moving paint around. Okay, I'm thinking that that's going to work.
Okay.
And I've got those in there, keeping those moist.
Wonderful.
So we can
People
look at
appreciate you using that word as well.
the opposite side of this and see what's going on.
It looks yellowy because this is kind of one of the older plates, so it's probably not that yellowy on that side. But it could be. I don't know what she's doing.
Well, I don't know what we're going to do with that. I just had a whole kertuffle there if this thing got stuck to the...
Yeah.
That's what happens when you have open paint, folks. All right, well here, we're just going to go ahead and put this, scrape off what I can get here on the, hopefully that's going to be enough to cover it.
I think Eddie might be doing things. So, What was already on there?
Oh, about 3 different layers of other stuff.
So you're just adding more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Adding some more.
Oh, that was the one that you were saying that you would add some kind of white to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that worked out well, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, but it's just not,
No.
it's not working.
If you plan on that being the pole layer, no, that ain't. That ain't what you need.
I swear to God, I wipe her nose every time, and then I still have to dig paint out of the orifice.
Fair enough, Sarah. Fair enough.
I don't know how this is going to work. Let's just see. There's
it
a
doesn't
weird
So you
thing going on there that I don't really know what that is.
would you
all
like
about.
me? Would you like me to explain what happened there?
Sure, Mariah. Give it a shot.
Alrighty. So she put down the fluid, or the what is that stuff? That's the really wet stuff. What's?
Well, that was my second layer.
No, but what was the white that you just put down there?
Yeah, that was from my open business. The first layer was from what I had left over.
Right. But then the stuff with the pointy nose, it's
That's
high flow. Thank
high
you.
flow.
God, she's not helping me out here. Okay, so when you put down the high flow, what happens is it really adds more. It's more fluid. So
Yeah,
it broke up that paint that was there. So then when you're brayering it out, it actually lifted up that area, and that's why she had those lines like that. Words are hard.
I think it looks cool. Now, some of that was already there from the
Whatever was down.
yeah.
Yeah.
The very pale green business that's going on there. All right, now we need to get some things lined up here. Let's look at all these real quick. What time is it?
You got, 38 minutes.
I think these are
Yeah.
all finished.
Lovely, lovely. I get to photograph them and. Okay, I need to take
Oh, be
this.
careful. The white's still a little,
Okay,
ever so slightly
I'll keep them on top.
dampy.
Dampy, she says.
Yeah,
Dampy.
it's okay. That's gonna have to
Oh, it is dampy. Good
work into
God.
that on another day. Okay, and I think, Mariah, we have decided that these are also.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Do you think I need white on this?
Personally, no.
I don't think so either. And I really, I had that going down here. And that's because I had this strip over here at the side. And that doesn't even really bother me, even though I know it's because I didn't line my brayer up right. But that's okay. I can live with that. I think this is probably my most favorite. Okay, there we go.
Okay. Now what?
Chrysanthemums and cherry blossoms. All right, what else do I have going back here? All righty. So, gosh, I love open paint, but I'll tell you what.
The containment. Containment of it.
Posterior. I'm using my big words.
Yay.
It's nice to start off with, kind of especially if they're still wet and sticky fingers from touching whatever. Give this a little wipe down.
That's
As
good.
it takes a long time for the open to dry, and even if you have a little bit on here,
Yeah, then you're
and
spreading it
I'll
about.
have to stay away from that area over there where I slobbered all over the paper, but hopefully that's going to be okay. All right, now we're getting into the area where we're starting to think about
Hello, Adria.
oh,
I like that you did that.
papers.
I like that you did that.
Okay, why did I do this? Well, I did this because I want to use this as a shadow technique. So what I did is I just cut out and around. But I left this down here for my fingers to hold on to.
Need a gripper.
A gripper. And it also is good for holding the whole stencil together. But this down here
True that.
makes it more substantial. And you got something to, yank it
Yes.
up with.
Gripper in more than one sense.
Yes. I did not do that to the others.
Yes. A stencil handle.
All right. And I wanted to talk about this because I feel, I wake up at night thinking, geez, how totally retarded can you be? If I had been thinking about this, but I really didn't see this stencil and its relationship to what I was doing until I had it all out here. That is why I said, just recycle. That whole packet of stuff that I have over there, the disc pouch, those are things that I found back behind here that I stuffed back here thinking, those are really cool. If I had the right stencil with those, I know I could make that even more spectacular than it already is. And that's where we're going on that. But if I were to take this just like it is, lay it down, and
it's also awesome that you have
just
it on top of white as you're talking about this. You got white on white there.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's probably not real good, is that?
I mean, for people just popping in, they're probably like,
Oh, remember that one, I told you about that one lady who was doing...
Yes, and she had many comments about the whole thing. Yeah, so you're doing that sort of
Yeah,
thing.
she'd shut off her comments.
Yeah. You haven't created that kind of scene
Okay,
yet.
so if I just go in, do whatever it is that I want to do here on the gel plate, put down the tissue paper, then I will be able to add this in strips wherever I want to do it, rather than having to
do the
flip
stamping.
the big old plate.
Yeah.
And,
You were kind of coming at it in the more difficult way.
I was. And I guess, if you want to do it that way, you can do it that way. That's not the smart way to do it.
That is a more time-consuming and a little bit like, whoo, you better hit it right.
And the whole thing about it is we had open paint over here. So I couldn't flip something back down on that same piece.
No.
It had to dry for a good 2-3 hours. I mean, I've even had some of this paint. It took till the next day to dry.
It can stay sticky.
That's because it's very thick, but,
Yeah.
know, duh. All right, just wanted to say that. Prepare your borders ahead of time. And even if it's not something that you're going to use right away, you'll have them. You can tear them. You can do whatever. I see.
You kitties. I don't know why Castle let him out, but
All right. Set. There we go. Now, where's my...
y'all understand all that? Let us know
Y'all
in chat. If
understand
you have
all
any
that?
questions, do ask. We would love to answer. Hello, Eddie. You missed us talking about you and stuff.
Yeah.
Where were you?
Talked about you.
We were wondering. Did you see what I did to the frog listing? I put a link in the thing, but I don't know if you saw that or not.
I can't get out. I'm tabled in.
No, the Adria says the opposite of open paint is closed paint.
No. It doesn't say closed. But this says open. Golden open acrylics, slow drying acrylic. Drying time increases with thicknesses. Layers over 1/16 dry extremely slowly.
I renamed it.
And it is not suitable for exterior surfaces.
Or I added.
Visit goldenpaints.com/open. Bad kitty.
Bad kitty.
What's going on?
I'm not letting you. He just wants to be in the mix.
He's supposed to go to the vet, I think, tomorrow.
Okay, good. Because, yeah, I don't think he's... I don't know. I'm just worried about him.
He's
He's been throwing up a lot.
He threw up a a very concentrated hairball. I cleaned that up 2 days ago.
Yeah.
There may be more.
There may be more. Eddie was feeding his kitties. Oh, you may need to refresh or clear your cache.
Okay, so what are we doing here? Well, what we're doing here is we're preparing some papers for our eventual pouch back here. Or it may be pouches. I don't know.
Seems
You
more
know,
likely.
be prepared to modify your plan.
Add a pouch when you need a pouch.
Yeah, absolutely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to employ and try to get two things going on here. And this is one of the reasons I like this smaller stencil.
That is
Number one,
true,
it
Kim.
doesn't take up a lot of real estate.
Thank you, Linda. He is. I love this kitty very much. He likes me too.
All right, well, this kind of has some pinky stuff on it, but I don't know. I'm really...
It's pinky gold, so it's like rose
Pinky
gold.
gold. I still think that's...
I mean, when you're in the jungle, does it matter? And it seems like you're on a quest for the, like El Dorado or something.
I just don't know. I'm just going to take it as I go here.
Okay.
All right, so I've got this paint that I
I'm
mixed up.
giving you excuses, in the jungle. That's what I'm doing.
Oh.
See, you're on the quest for the gold.
It could be the glistening droplets of dew.
Or the sun coming down.
Yes, the sun hitting the glistening droplets of dew.
Justification.
All right, so I've got this green. I really like this green a lot. And then I've got this green. See a little bit more. It's a little more pearlized. I don't know that there's enough difference in those that's really gonna...
Here is my thought. So is this going with the pouch? Right? This is for the pouch?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. At this point in time, you can always alter the pouch. But right now, at this moment, the one on that side, that where you just put your hand down, not the tealy one, that one. Keep that one, because that one's more the pouch, like in the range of the pouch.
I don't really care about that.
Okay.
I like that you brought that up.
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate you bringing that up. But I want all different kinds of greens, even if they don't go.
Yeah, hey, and the thing is you start repeating it, it makes sense. Now, if you just have it in one weird area, you're kind of like, why did you use that green with all that?
True. Very true. Now, the other thing that I thought is to go ahead and blue this out just ever so slightly with a little, I've got my Golden Open Prussian. But just to mix up a little bit of blue-green here, I can always add a bit of yellow. And I'm mixing right on the plate.
I like that.
That's probably way more than I need. Did we put Kitty away?
Yeah, he wanted back in it, over there. Oh, here you go.
I'm
Sophia
thinking...
says, or you have brought your gold ingots. It doesn't have... Okay.
Okay, you can see this is very thick.
Well, oh, that was funny.
And since this is a first layer...
Exactly, Sophia.
This is a first layer. We don't really... it's not like the end of the world.
There are many alterations that still can happen at this point of the, project. That's what she's saying.
Yeah.
It's not like you have like, ooh, I am so like one step away, and so the decision making gets a little harder and harder. This one's still like, this could be gessoed.
Okay, so I have these two. You can see one is more opaque than the other. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with the opaque.
Yes.
Simply because, see, here it is.
As this
They were so nice. They even gave me a little.
This has a big O on it.
It has a big O on it.
Open.
Open. See there?
Yeah. You want that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, because remember, I'm going to do flopping off. Oh, yeah, and it's really juicy, too.
Here, Adria's got you a little thing. Purple Patricia, the Prussian pouch painting person. Performing on her gel plate. I added that last part. Did you hear all that?
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. I'm not. My brain is just, you know, I have only so many brain cells that can
operate at this moment.
Operate at one time.
Her squirrels are all used up. So she got
Oh, I think this is going to be wonderful. Really, you know, that
I don't know. I kind of like
dirty
it before that happened to it, but
what?
Okay.
What,
yeah,
what?
This is your happy place of green. It's kind of, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Army-like and
dirty. This is the bottom of the forest.
Yeah. Oh, performing precipitously. I had to think about that word for a second. Did you get that?
No, I'm really.
She's missing all the good stuff.
I'm totally focused on my
This would be the shadow technique. I don't know what she's shadowing at this moment, because it be deep in the forest, meaning the forest of paint that she has out there on that there plate. But she'll get there.
I'll get there.
Y'all just drink and smoke, whatever.
But look at that.
That's beautiful. That worked lovely.
And we've got another one over here, just plain white. So we're going to go ahead and just continue on
with the treatment.
With the treatment
of all the brayer off paper. Oh, I love it. That's funny. Funny stuff. This is I just think this is a fun stencil. And because it is open paint, it's not drying as quickly. So one of the things about a shadow technique is the drying of the paint is part of the process.
It is.
There you go.
And I had oodles of paint out there.
Yeah, you did.
I really, you know, I knew better than that, but
it was a lot. I know, Julie. We're there together.
All right, we're just gonna. I don't know that this is gonna be it, but now what I'm going to do, because I can and I have. Lots of sticky stuff going on.
That was an attempt at the shadow technique. I don't know that you had.
It really wasn't. But I think that this is going to be more effective for use of the stencil and the paint and the wonderful qualities, because I am hoping I'm going to get a ghost print here from this. It's going to be just like awesomeness. Beyond awesome. I'll bring that back later.
Kim says her squirrels can only use one wheel at a time.
Okay, I think I'm pretty well exhausted this. I've got
and these are
lots more. I'm
lounging.
going to try this on.
That's funny.
Tissue.
Yeah, there might be some shadowy something or others that sort of happen.
I think there is. And I'm going to go ahead and let this dry rather than try to do something with it right at this stage of the game.
See, there's some where it looks kind of shaky and whatever. That's partly the shadow technique-y thing.
And you have two different stencils at play here also.
Yes. Lots of love beyond awesomeness equals awesome sauce. from Susan. Julie Parker says awesomeness with the green.
Hey, and check this out.
That is due to the openness of the paint. If you
Yes.
want those flop-offs like that, open paint.
Open paint.
Because otherwise it sticks to the stencil. Or, I mean, the paper and the stencil stick together.
Yes.
Typically.
Typically. Okay, we're going to put this aside and just let that rest up and dry completely. So we do still have this. And I don't know if this is worth it or not. I just really do. It has a bit of a glimmer to it, and I'm trying to think, what did I use that would cause that?
Well, okay, are you still using the same brayer that you had the white paint on?
I am. And it got reactivated.
Reactivated.
Sometimes, Mariah, you're just so brilliant.
Sometimes.
I
I do like to hear it.
I can't.
I like it to be pointed out.
I can't say it often enough.
That's
All right, now this really is not.
This is not what we're doing.
It's not what we're doing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it into
What we're doing?
what we're doing. And I'm just going to do that with going over it with yellow. And we're going to use a transparent so that we can still see some of the designs and whatnot we have going on there. And this is open, so hopefully.
Wouldn't want people to get the wrong idea, Eddie. He says,
About-
I need a t-shirt.
About what?
This is Mariah, you are brilliant.
She isn't any more brilliant than she thinks she is.
That looks like peanut butter.
Oh.
Or baby poop.
It's very, you know, if I can get it brayered out
It's beautiful.
enough, it's going to be a lovely transparent yellow.
You got 15 minutes.
And dadgummit, I should have done this on a big plate.
Yeah. How come?
Because now I'm going to have edges over.
No.
And so what I'm going to do...
Edges over troubled water.
What?
Edges over troubled water. Ooh, that's going to be pretty, methinks. Ooh. I like that.
I do too.
They're comparing the green color to I believe it was the 1960s, maybe 50s.
Avocado.
Refrigerators and
I happen to like it.
yeah.
I
She's a
liked
big
it
fan.
then and I like it now.
I could go for a kitchen maybe like that. I don't know, maybe. It's a lot of green.
Yeah, I don't know that I want my whole kitchen like that, but
Yeah.
now look at that. See, that just gives it a little bit of a yellow shimmer.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to put this plate aside and bring in a big one because I want to do this on a big plate so that the whole thing is
Bringing in the
covered.
big plate. Beep, beep,
Big plate.
beep, beep. Backing it up.
Get a little bit
Yeah,
more
yeah.
paint, not
Chuckles
quite
in
as
the
much
chat.
as we had last time. You know, it's really very hard for me to gauge when I'm using these jars because I don't know about this.
Because you get
It's
kind of
out
used
of
to
my realm of,
a squeeze. And
Yeah.
a dip is different.
and I either have too much or not enough, and
I'm,
I just, you know, I'm working it out, folks. And it ain't it's a lot harder than you think it is.
oh, goodness.
And we might have to give it another go.
Okay.
But if we give it another go, I might use something else.
Okay. Change it up a bit, huh?
Change it up a bit. We don't want to stagnate.
Yeah. Ooh.
That. You know, it may not be there yet,
It brightened it up.
It definitely, you know, made it feel more dappily. You know, dappily. How the sun shines through the leaves onto the ground and creates that pattern of lights and darks. Because one of the things I really want on this is I want that feeling of, you know, all parts of the forest, the canopy as well as the bottom, the floor of the forest, and everything in between. And to that extent, I think all of these greens and grays and blues and whatnot are going to contribute to that.
Yeah. Okay, well, Michelle, the waxed paper, the Gelli waxed paper, she typically uses just to keep the edges from, you know, not getting onto the barren or anything like that.
Yeah, that's what this is
Yeah,
for.
the square papers. After a while, they become quite beautiful. And a lot of times, if we have not used them, then they get put into, get put into giveaways.
Yeah.
Because they're really cool. Well, Michelle,
I just had this
depends,
open the other day.
but I think that most of this crowd keeps it, or keeps it for like scrap swaps and things of that nature.
All right, well, this is pretty loosey-goosey.
Mm-hmm. It really is your comfort level, I think, of the things that you, but, you know, be careful hanging out with us, because you'll start keeping things.
I'm
you
trying
didn't
to
think
get
that you
this
were gonna
rim
keep.
cleaned up so that I don't have this sticky business again, but I don't know that I've managed that or not. I absolutely, I love this color. I don't know that I could ever mix this color again. But, you know, it's like French cooking.
Well, is it a shiny one?
I don't really know what it is. It was just in a ball. It actually had a number at one time.
Because it's really close to like turquoise green, Amsterdam.
And, what is that white business
But now
going
it's not.
on out there?
It's from your brayer. Again, your brayer, your whiteness that was creating the sparkle.
Oh my gosh, look, I have a big old clump of something.
Yeah, it's releasing.
But look, it's kind of cool. All right, where's my... I don't know. Those two colors look really good together.
Oh, it does.
So we're just
That looks like fancy wallpaper.
We're just going to go with it. We're going to go over the top of this.
Eddie says your whiteness is coming through. It's funny. Ooh.
Oh, now that's interesting.
That is very interesting.
Because this is still wet.
So okay, what happened there is that because it was open paint and it's still wet, that any of the green that she did pull up really just more blended in. But did you see on the edges, it was the color. Interesting stuff.
Now, I don't know if this is, I don't know if the stencil has dried up enough at this point or if I'm able to get off some of the stencil as well as the background color. Wouldn't that be brilliant?
Yeah.
I would just be thinking I was really like, so cool.
Hot stuff.
Hot stuff.
Very pretty.
A little bit. Okay, we're going to go with that. Now we're going to do another layer of...
And you're going to kind of do a little mini haul on it?
I'm going to. We're going to come in with... No, I don't want that. A little blue. Get some leafy depth going on here.
Leafy depth. Oh, I did want to remind you guys that we are working on the whole points system business. Hopefully that will be rolled out. We're thinking mid to late summer. That's our goal. But please keep in mind that we are working on it. And as far as anybody that has, you know, current Arty Perks situation, like if you've purchased like the 6 month to a year, any of that, we are taking all of that information into consideration, and we'll work out the details, and we'll send out lots of detailed information on how all of that is going to work, and, you know, what will transfer, or not really transfer, but what will be, you know, prorated, kind of working out that type of whole system of things. But you know us, we'll hopefully have like documentation on how it is all going to work out. But we're pretty excited, and I think it's going to be super fun and really open up things for everybody to play along with, and, you know, get some good deals. Oh, no worries, Liz. Get some rest. That's lovely. Is that same one?
It's just picking up. Well, you didn't see this because you're yammering on about that other stuff.
No, I saw that. Okay, well, you got 9 minutes.
I'm going to let this stay and dry. Look at that.
I think you do need to introduce some more bluish business to the pouch.
I think this is going to be stunning.
Yeah.
And maybe even pull it with yellow. That might be too much. I could pull it with, like, I have some of this.
I know, I think that
that's too much of the same color that's already there. And I don't think that this is too transparent. No, I'm not interested in the sparkles.
Well, poo-poo on you. That's all I got over here to
here.
offer up.
I want to focus on that.
Oh, here. No sparkle.
Nah, I think that's too turquoise.
Okay, I'm done helping you.
Okay. I am thinking something even along the lines of this.
I don't agree with that, but fine. Whatever.
I could go red.
I don't know about that either.
I could go
with... maybe some woody brown. Woody.
But what about this transparent yellow? I can't do anything right now because it's still wet.
Okay, please do me a favor, because I'm guessing that you're going to handle this business probably prior to the Sunday stream. Can we please do this as a short?
Okay. We can do that, Mariah.
In fact, I would like the final decision of the paint and rolling out the layer of pull color to be one short. And then the revealing of the print as another. I'm saying this now and here with y'all, so she might listen to me. Because sometimes she's like, you weren't around. You just weren't around, and I needed my plate. But here, isn't the print beautiful? Like, it's great. All the little fun parts that, you know, we miss.
Well, you know. You know. You know if you know.
You know, you know. Okay. You got 5 minutes, basically.
I've got to get something down on this plate. I just feel like I need something on this plate.
You're going to just pull up that crackle? Is that what you're trying to do, or what? Use that light green that you just had a second ago. It might be interesting.
The minty?
Yeah, the minty. Because at the very least, you'll then have some other papers to play around with and stamp on.
This is true. I can... Oh, my goodness. Look, I've got 2 colors of green in there.
Options, she says. Options.
Options. We'll just mix it up. That ought to do it. Like I said, I'm still in this business of digging paint back out. Hey, there for a while, I was a champ at that stuff. I was like, okay, this is how much I need. But now I'm just all this squishy bottle and
Just throwing your whole, gauge off. And there's some weird
And
crusty.
you can tell that this is really old paint.
It comes with its own texture.
It's
pretty textured.
It's a little gobby. A little on the gobby side.
And that is
But it'll be okay.
way brighter than I anticipated.
It'll be okay.
It'll be okay, y'all.
It'll be okay.
All things can be fixed.
All things can be fixed.
But it looks fantastic with this print and
With that
stencil, yes.
that blue.
And the blue, too. Yeah, the blue looks fabulous.
Well, unfortunately, that's not what you're getting. Here. What you're getting is you're getting green. But we could do a blue flop off onto the green.
Yes.
I'm really pressing hard because I know that there are areas there where there was a lot of paint.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just kind of trying to smooth them out because they weren't brayering out. They were just way too
y'all
gobby.
are troopers. They're anticipating. They're all.
See,
like,
look at this is what happens to your brayer
that's
when you
how
have
she got that one.
gobby paint.
Mm-hmm.
Gobby.
Gooby gobby. And she's got a gobby brayer.
I'm gonna try to get some of that off. Although I like that texture on the brayer. I mean, I don't always like it, but for now I like it.
Oh, is it pulling up? Oh, good. It's pulling up a little bit of the blue business there. Oh, actually, that probably came from the plate.
This particular, that one color had a little pearlescent stuff in it.
Well, does that make you upset or?
No,
Okay.
because it's not like blaring at me, screaming at me.
Right. It's not true metallic, just a shimmer. I think so, Sarah. Very nice.
Oh, I think so.
Okay, show them what's going to be left on the plate there, because you're going to let that dry, correct?
I think so, because I think what I would pull it with is blue. Right? I mean, isn't that what we kind of talked about?
Yeah.
That would be a good thing.
Good thing. Thing. Alrighty, my arty friends, thank you so much, and those of you that really hung in there, and I know you needed to use the restroom. There was a long line, and I appreciate that very much for your patience and humor along the way. Thank you so much. We shall be back here on Sunday. Hopefully more leafy business. We're getting back into the jungle and this, that, and the other. I might even have a couple of stencils or newer things to show you, but we're almost through all of what is going to be in May. As far as I know, unless P comes up with some things, maybe we will even have those medium, midi size stamps, but we will see what we can do about all that. But we'll see you back here on Sunday. Thanks for hanging. Bye.